Good catch there, Jeremy.
Good job, Jeremy.
All right, guys, welcome to
go.
rNetwork Saturday call. We're super excited to have you here, and I'm going to turn the time over to Mr. John McKillop, so our Chief Revenue Officer. So go ahead, John.
Hey, thank you very much, everyone. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with each of you. Thank you for taking time in your day to be here. This is segment number 3 this week. We've had some very exciting announcements earlier this week. On Monday, we talked about the stock ownership and how we were expanding that participation. I think you might see a few more surprises in the coming weeks on that as well, that I think that will make you even more excited about having ownership in the company itself. So stay tuned, because we're full of a lot of exciting announcements. Then Wednesday, we launched just a small piece of our new travel club that we're bringing on board. And we shared just with you one component of about 6 different pieces of it. And the response that we've got back from everybody, I'll use the term, has been overwhelming, I think is an understatement in a lot of people's eyes. They're stoked. They can't believe the kind of pricing that we have out there compared to what other people have an opportunity from the pricing they're able to get on different travel clubs or platforms that are available out there to the public. And then we talked about rbucks as well. And that was a whole new concept for people on our ability to be able to have that kind of I use the term travel dollars, or a virtual currency associated with, you're able to earn rbucks, and then you can use those rbucks to buy down the cost of your nightly stay at resorts and hotels, literally all over the globe. And the response we've had back from that as well has been very, very large, and it's been overwhelming. And our surprises aren't done with travel yet, because when we launch that product, and we're going to be able to give an insight into that date in the next couple of weeks, but that process is being worked on very diligently and very hard right now to getting that up and operational, as other components that we're going to talk about in just a few minutes also, to be able to get that up. At that time is when we will unveil and launch to everybody all the other exciting components associated with that travel club. So we're very excited to be able to do that. Today, we're here to talk to you about a number of different items. And as Dave said, we've got some guests that are on the call today. They're going to help us through that as well. And we've got Jeremy Jenkins, where, each one of you know who Jeremy is. Jeremy's a master in the company, been here since day one. And is really, he's a significant backbone to what's going on in the company and what's happening. He's had great success around the industry, not just in the United States, but in other parts around the globe. He is truly a master at building a business around the globe. But even though he lives in Utah, he's able to build business around the globe very, very successfully. And he's a guest on the call here with us today. And if you remember, some weeks ago, we announced, we used the term, this enhanced compensation plan, what we call, the EBS, meaning the elite business solution. And I hope I said that, John Stahl, correctly, or else Ed Terranova is going to slap me. I always forget that acronym.
Bonus structure.
Elite bonus structure. So we've got the team building structure and the elite bonus structure. And we talked about, how you can earn income with that, what it means, the velocity, and we're going to talk about that this morning. We want to make sure you've got a really good foundation of that program, and then some other pieces to share with you here today. Dave Dove gets part of the fun stuff, where he's got some exciting announcements to make against that also. So Dave seems to always kind of come into the fun stuff here. So we gotta fix that and spread that around just a little bit. But David has that. Then we've got laurafarmer, who has been with us since day one, a consummate leader in the company. She's here with us today also. If you see her out there, if she I think she's waving her hand. Oh yeah, she's okay. She's been added into it. Thank you, David. She's got some really exciting information to share. She was in the office the other day, and she was all lit up this morning and excited about some stuff that we've asked her to share. And then of course, we've got Richard Smith, one of our 5 founders of the company. And any kind of a call that we do to the field, you would need to include Richard, because he's kind of the heartbeat of the company and the soul and the passion of what we're doing. And a lot of the compensation plan is by his development, working with others inside the company, but a lot of his passion and expertise of building business and understanding compensation plans around the globe. And then we've got Brian Robert with us also. Many of you know Brian. Many of you have heard of Brian, his successes around the globe. There aren't so many people that have been with multiple companies earning 7 figures. I mean, I think you can luck into it once, but if you do it twice, if you do it 3 times, I think there's just a little bit of skill there. And I think you're going to want to sit back and listen to Brian, because he's got some very important information to share, some very inspirational messages to share, as well as some comparisons of what you're going to see with our compensation plan versus others out there in the industry as well. So we're all excited to hear what Brian has to say with that. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my very good friend, Mr. Jeremy Jenkins, who's going to tee us up on our Power3 compensation, but he's going to really make sure you understand the nuances and make sure that you leave no money on the table as we move forward and launch this plan, certainly in the near future. Like, as I said, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be able to give you a date, but we're planning on something being done here relatively soon and getting us out there and putting money in your pocket. So we're excited. So Jeremy, let me hand it over to you, my friend. Thanks for taking time this morning to be here with us.
Awesome. Thanks, John. All right. So yeah, as the slide says, I'm here to tee it up. I did a baseball analogy on these slides. So we're going to tee it up, and then we're going to go for the grand slam here in a bit. But let's go over the basics of the Power3 compensation plan today, so that you can all understand where we're going with this and why the elite portion of our compensation plan and some of the announcements that David is going to make here in a bit really are significant for each and every one of us. Okay, so to start it off, this is the rNetwork Power3 compensation plan. There's not 2 different compensation plans. It's just the one compensation plan with different components to it. Just want to make sure that's very clear, right? There's not a basic one and an elite one. It's just one comp plan with different components. So let's talk about that. Very simple. There's 2 ways to join our network, right? You're joining either as a fan or you're joining as a charter member. Okay, it's that simple. Fans are in for free. They're the customers. The charter members are the ones that are doing it as a home-based business. And there's the $25 enrollment for that. And the only difference really is that for that $25, you're now getting a position in the team building structure, the TBS. We'll talk about that in a second. And you're now able to earn commissions when you start to build out a team. Okay, that's the only difference, right? There's not 3 different things. No, it's one or the other, fan or charter member. Then you decide how you want to participate by choosing one of your packages. Okay, if you want to stay as a fan, that's great. You have access to the participation marketplace. You have access to our brand partners. You have access to the concierge services, the pharmacy discount cards, all those things. If you want to participate in the compensation plan, you then need to choose whether you want to be part of the normal charter member plan, or do you want to be part of the elite member plan, right? And we'll talk about why you may want to lean towards that elite member plan here in a second. That's the gist of what we're getting at today. But as the charter member for $50 a month, you know what you get: participation marketplace, you get the travel program, you get the TV fit. In addition, right, you get the opportunity to earn those $50 in the Power3 bonus, the monthly Power3 bonus, and then of course you are getting now we know $50 in our bucks because you made a purchase. Okay, so that's really cool. The elite member. The difference with the elite and the basic charter member is that with the elite, you're now getting the RFA, or Financial Academy, included in your entire bundle. Okay, and that one is $175 a month, and you do get the 175 bucks every time you pay for that every single month. Right now, how does this work? When you join the business, you are now in somebody's pen, right? Personal enrollment network. And as you bring people into the business, you are now creating this familial relationship, right? Where everybody is on your front line and it can go as wide as you want. This is what we would call a unilevel in traditional terms, but it's just a simple idea of everybody that you are bringing into the business, they are front line to you, and it can go as wide as you want. There's no limit. Okay. And the benefit, of course, is that years down the road, as you bring new people in, they are frontline to you, right? That's one of the benefits, is that, you know, everybody has that frontline relationship. And then if they bring people in, those would then be like your grandkids and then great grandkids and so on and so forth. Okay. Very simple structure with the benefits of what we call a unilevel. Now, the second thing that happens is that once you enroll somebody, they're also placed into something called the team building structure. Now, the team building structure, or TBS, is a 3x10 structure that is forced, right? So it actually only has 3 on the first tier, has 9 on the second tier, all the way down, 59,000 people on the 10th tier, for a total of 88,000 people. But the way it fills in is left to right and then right to left on odd and even numbered tiers, okay? And the benefit of a team building structure like this is that you now have that team building synergy, right? You are able to create spillover, okay? You're able to place people down below and help your team that might be struggling a little bit, right? It has the dynamic compression feature where, you know, people that don't qualify on certain tiers, those commissions roll past them and go up as, you know, based on qualification, based on your own personal effort, those kind of things. So the combination of the unilevel pen and the 3x10 team building structure gives you all the benefits of the network marketing world, or when you're trying to actually build out a team. You get the idea of a spillover, of team building, of synergy, and you also get the unlimited width of what we would call the pen. So that's really powerful. But on top of all of that, that wasn't enough. We actually now have something called the Power3 monthly bonus, which is your $50 bonus for having brought in 3 people personally, right, into your pen. And so as you do that, you're getting not only a $50 bonus, but you're also unlocking all 10 tiers of that team building structure. It's unheard of in the industry. Like we like to say, who does that, right? It's something unheard of. It's awesome. And now you are going to earn a minimum of $2 from every single active person in your network, right? Now, they got to be active, obviously, right? But what this does is it now makes it so you're making more than you're spending every single month, right? You're now making $56 minimum. So you're now better than free, like we like to say, right? It's better than free. It's just an absolute mind-bending thing that nobody else has ever done in the industry. Nobody does better than free. Some of them, you know, they're out there do a 3 and it's free, but ours is even better than that, okay? Now, the other thing that's really cool is that not only do you get your $50 bonus so you can be, you know, in profit in the future, but if you do this quickly, if you decide you're just going to go for it and you go and get those 3 people involved in your first 7 days, right, what's going to happen? You're now going to get a $75 one-time bonus on top of your $50 Power3 bonus and on top of the $2 that's getting paid out in the TBS. So you basically just made all your money back. Your initial cost of entry just got refunded back to you, and you're now in profit from then on. It's just absolutely mind-blowing that you can be completely cash positive just by engaging in the business and, you know, making moves in your first 7 days. It's awesome, okay? But then it doesn't stop there, because here's the advantage of why you may want to consider participating in the elite program versus just the $50 charter program, okay? So let's go get 3 people, right? We're going to bring 3 people in. We know how that works. Now have, you know, our $50 monthly on the Power3. If you're on Power3 Elite, you're getting your $175 monthly. Okay, so the difference is negligible, right? $56 monthly versus $193 monthly. Okay, you're covering your costs, you're in profit and everything. But look what happens. Look what happens when you get to that second level. Okay, now you have 12 people. You have 3 who have brought 3 each, right? You've helped your 3 go get 3 each. You're participating in this elite bonus structure, and now on the Power3, you know, normal, it's $74 a month. But on the Power3 Elite, you're now over $500 a month in earnings. Now for, somebody here in the United States, that's significant, right? An extra $500 a month, it's been said, can help keep people out of bankruptcy. But for international folks especially, an extra $500 a month that's their monthly salary on average, right? That's life-changing income right there with just 12 people on their team. But then it doesn't stop. Look what happens when you get to the next level. It duplicates just one more time. On the Power 3, you're making $130 a month, which is pretty good. But on the Power 3 Elite, look what happens. Now you have 39 people, just 39 people total on your team, and you're now pushing $1,000 a month, $940 a month, just on the basic bonuses that are being paid out in the Elite program. It's absolutely mind-blowing that you could make almost $1,000 a month with just 39 people on your team. Wow, but that doesn't stop there, right? So let's go through this step by step. Okay, you come in, you bring in your 3. You're making that $175 a month because your Power 3 bonus. Now you decide, hey, yeah, I wanted to do that quick, right? Now with the Elite, you got 14 days to do this, right? So it's an extra $75 for that. You go get your 3. Now you're going to go and get or help them enroll 3 each. And what does that do? It gives you an extra $100 monthly. This is not a one-time thing, right? A lot of the companies out there in the competition, they'll give you a one-time fast start bonus that then is just over, right? It's just a one-time. But this is a monthly. This is every single month you're getting that extra $100 just because you helped one of your people get their 3. And look at that. You don't have to build out the other 2 legs yet, right? You just get the one that has their 3. You're making $100 right then. Right? You don't have to say, oh, you know what, I only got 11 people, so basically I'm not making anything this month, right? And you're, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, it's the end of the month. I don't have that 12th person yet. Oh, I just missed out on my bonus. Like other companies, no, you get that $100 on every Power 3 that you create. Okay, so you got $100 there, you got another $100 there. And then, of course, the third $100, and this just keeps going. If you bring in a 4th, a 5th, or a 6th person, and you just, as wide as you want to go, like we talked about with the pen, you can do this multiple times. It's not limited to just 3. You could get 10 people and make an extra $100 on every single one of them that you help to go get their and turn into a Power 3. So, yeah, awesome upfront money that is monthly. Okay, now, don't stop there, because if you've qualified as that Power Up Elite, okay, which qualifies you now for the TBB or team building bonus, you're now going to make an extra $25 each time it duplicates. Okay, so now on the 3rd level, you're going to get those $25, and on the or 2nd and 3rd levels, $25 each. So, and of course, it requires that you qualify for this, right? That's the one caveat. You got to make sure that you've got your Power 3 Elite status within the time frame. Okay, but if you do, now you're going to make $25 on all of those individuals as well. So how does that add up? Well, look, you now have, with just 120 people, okay, so it duplicated out now 4 times, you are now making over $2,000 a month. $2,000. That is life-changing income for most people. It allow you to do so many things. Doesn't matter where you live, right? That is life-changing income with just 120 people on your team. And the cool thing is that most of those people are now in profit because they all got their P3s, right? And so there's stability, there's retention. It's really, really amazing, right? So the other cool thing about it is it all compresses. So if somebody, it builds down maybe, 5, 6, 10 levels below, and some of those people in between, maybe they don't qualify, maybe they didn't get their Power Up Elite, right? Well, guess what? The money's going to jump past them up to the next person that did qualify. So there is some compression that's happening there. So those monies they don't just disappear, right? If somebody doesn't qualify, they compress up and somebody's going to get paid. So way cool. All right, so let's see how this builds out now on the PBS side, right? We just saw the pen side. Pen is unlimited and it can go down, down those 3 generations. But on the TBS side, it is that 3x10 structure that fills in left to right, right? So as you enroll people, they're now getting placed in there. But then here's the cool part is that you don't have to do this alone, right? We talk about those big numbers, 88,000 people on your team. Well, you don't have to do that by yourself. Nobody's going to go out and sign up 88,000 people themselves. That's crazy. So all you got to focus on, start with your 3, and then try and go get, up to 10, right? That's the idea, 3 and 10, 3 and 10. So you're going to go get a 4th, a 5th, a 6th person, right? It creates the spillover, that synergy for the people that you brought in the beginning. They're going to get excited. They're going to start building. They're going to bring in some people. You're going to keep going, bring in, number 7, number 8. And then, of course, tier 3 opens up and you keep going. You bring in 9, 10. Everybody's building together. They're all going after their Power 3. And so it builds multiples of 3. That's the other benefit of what we have is that instead of like a binary where everyone is only trying to go get 2, we're actually getting 3, right? So it grows so fast. And then you have the 11th to 12th and it just goes. Everybody working together, everyone's happy. But it doesn't stop there, because what happens is we now have those fans, right? We talked about in the beginning. We have the free customers that are coming in too. You create your fan club. And so guess what? Yeah, everybody's going out. They're bringing in fans as well. And that's unlimited. You can have as many fans as you want, okay? Unlimited amount of fans. It just goes crazy. Now, what does that do for you? Why is that important? Well, that's our concept of stacking commission, okay? So let's take a look at some of the potential as, we build this out with your business center, okay? So here's you're coming into the TBS, and now you've gone out and you've invited your first 3 people, you created your Power 3, now you're in profit and all of that. But then, of course, it continues to build out, and we have to look at each one of these individuals and see what really is happening, right, inside of that one little position, that one little business center, okay? Let's take a look at this one. So if we look at that, we see, okay, this individual is paying obviously they're $50 a month, so it's paying $2 for their subscription. They're participating in our mobile, pays another $1. Maybe they bought a car with our autos. Maybe they got some products, in the brand partners, whatever. And so now there's a $7.40, not just 2, right? It's actually way more than that. And then, of course, they went and invited some fans. Okay, so they got all their fans, all their friends and family, whoever involved, even if they were just for free, they could go shopping and participate in the concierge services and stuff. And guess what? Maybe some of them in our mobile, maybe some of them go and buy a car, maybe some of them buy things in the shopping, right? All that. And it adds up. Now that one position, one business center is worth $12, not just 2, not just 6, right? But 12. And of course, it'll vary, right? Some of them might just be 10, some might be just 2, some might be 9, 5, whatever, right? But it's way more than just the 2 that we're talking about, okay? So of course, with the addition of fans, now every position has unlimited potential, okay? It's awesome. And of course, we're not going to stop there, because the company is going to keep bringing out new products, right? New products and services, things that we know are going to blow people's minds with all the stuff we've heard about, the boutique that's coming and other things coming later next year. It's just going to be awesome to see how many people really want to participate, whether as fans or charter members, in all these products and services. And as the founders have said, we envision a time when everything that our members choose to spend their money on can be done through the network, right? So just let that blow your mind, okay? So we got our huge upfront money with our elite bonuses and everything, with the EBS, and then we've got our back end money with everything going on with the stacking commissions. This thing is the most powerful plan I've ever seen. Why? Because it's not just a comp plan. It's the participation marketplace, right? It's the idea that we're not just saying, hey, come in and we got one single product or one product category that, so it's limited, right? We're talking about having masses of people come in, whether it's charter members or fans, because we have so much to offer. That's what's so cool about this, okay? And then, of course, here's some examples, just to give an idea of what could potentially happen. This is all just an estimate. Obviously, everything being shown here is potential only. All the results depend on everybody's own personal talent and experience and personal effort and whatnot. But just think about it. If you join, okay, let's say you join just as a charter member, You went in, you built it out, you got 120 people on your team. Each of them got an average of 10 fans, right? 10 free customers. And then just keeping it super conservative, right? Just keeping it on an average of just $1 per person in the stacking commission side of things, okay? And look what it would turn into. That would be about, $1,600 a month, okay? It's not bad, right? But the power of being in the elite program, as you build this out, same thing. If you got just 120 people on the elite instead of the $50 plan, look what it does. It just about doubles the income there. It goes from $1,600 to almost $3,500 a month. Okay, and then of course it just continues to grow. It grows by threes, right? You got 360, puts you at 10 grand. You got 1080, puts you at almost 30 grand a month. And then of course, let's just say it takes you a year to build it out. You got your 10 people, and it goes. You got 3,000 people on your team. You could be making over $83,000 a month potentially, right? Just an idea. This is math, okay? But it's real. No arguing math. It's so fun. So with that, we're going to turn the time over to Mr. Dave Dubb, our Executive VP of Sales. Of course, everybody knows who Dave is. I don't even really have to edify him because he's just so awesome that you can just look at him and know that you're going to hear some amazing stuff. So, Mr. Dave Dubb, hit it out of the park.
Hey, everybody. It's Dave Dubb, and awesome job, Jeremy. I just have to say, actually, if I was to have somebody share the comp plan with somebody, it's Jeremy. The guy knows how to do it, and not only that, he's built an awesome team and is exactly exemplifying what a servant leader is, and I love it. So congratulations to you so far, my friend, and thank you so much for sharing this incredible comp plan. You guys, this is an incredible opportunity for us all here as participants in our network. And I just want to share with you, I've got some exciting things to share with you. Yes, John's right. I actually drew the correct straw, so I get to share some exciting things with you guys. And I want to first off say to you that as a company, we are at this pivotal point where things are starting to develop, things are starting to come together. And we've been working on it for a long time. Many of you have been here from day one and grinding away and been through all the ups, the downs, the sideways, and all these things. And I just have to tell you that the heart of the company still wants the best for you. And every decision, every process that we try to make is trying to improve or enhance a way to put more money in your pocket in a much easier way if we can, right? So you can see that going through the compensation plan and how incredible this really is. This elite bonus structure is really one of those things where I think you're going to see people making some pretty serious income. And it has to start off with, first of all, it's not just going to be the plan that you have right now for the 175, which is the the RFA plan. Which, by the way, is an incredible product, as many of you already know that, and are having some success with it. But not everybody's going to fit into that mold. And so as a company, we know how important it is to have multiple packages available for you to help you so that you can have that 175 in volume, right? We need to have that in order to qualify for these bonuses. So, but we didn't want to force you into just one. So we've gone to work as a company and we've put together multiple packages that are actually being put in place as we speak. From health and wellness to financial to even life, leisure, and self-improvement, and all kinds of things that will be put into place into the participation marketplace for you to have multiple packages. So I just want to leave you with that. And then second of all, I have some good news to share with you, and that is this. When you think about the Power Up, right? In the past, the Power Up has been 7 days. We had the 7-day boost. You had an extra 2 days in there because we didn't start the clock. But guess what? It just got better. We actually are changing the power up to now going to be 14 days across the board, whether you're even at the $50 level or you're at the 175 or whatever level you're at, that there's a power up. There may be levels in between eventually we don't know right now. But wherever we have a power up bonus, they are now consistently and congruently together, so you don't have to be thinking twice about it, right? So congratulations to you. Drop in the comments that, hey, this is exciting. This is super exciting, right? Now, the next thing that I want to share with you is probably the next best and most exciting to me to share with you, and that is, if you, as a charter member today, as long as you are active at the Power3 Elite status, okay, between now and 60 days after we launch this into the back office and into the programming, if you are active as a P3 at the elite level, okay, that's the 175, you will be grandfathered in. There's no time limit on getting it done other than just right now. So you will be grandfathered in as long as you do it between now and 60 days after we launch the official launch of the new back office and programming and everything like that into this elite promotional plan. You are now grandfathered because that's how much we care about you. And so the 14-day power up bonus starts also when we launch, just to make sure that you're clear on that. It doesn't start right now. It starts actually as we launch all this new stuff, as it comes out and launches, the new back office, the new website, all those things all happen at launch when we launch all this stuff. Okay, so I just want to make sure that's clear. And but one more time, I just want to reiterate, because you've been with us this whole time, because we are in the transition of growth and changes and things like that happening in the company, we owe it to you. We owe it to you to give you the ability to be grandfathered in right into the system. But there is one requirement, and that is for you to be at the $175 P3 status, right? So you need to be at that in order to be there. And I just want to tell you, go get it done. Go get it done between now and then, because let me tell you what else will happen. We're going to come out with a PDF, first of all, sometime in the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday. You'll get a PDF of all this stuff here. We'll come out to the field so everybody has it in writing. As you can see right here, this is a PDF that we're going to be rolling out. But what I want you to understand is go get it done. Because even if you join the RFA right now, you can always switch packages later if that's what it comes down to. If you choose not to go down that path, that's up to you. But if you choose to go into the health and wellness, into the financial, into whatever it is that we have at that point when we launch, you can always go to there. But if you want to prepare yourself and get yourself in place to be active at the P3 level, the elite P3, then go get it done. That's my challenge to you right now. And I just want to congratulate you. And I'm going to turn the time back over to Jeremy. And I look forward to hearing what else is going to be shared on this call today, which is the most exciting part, is coming up next. So I'm going to turn the time over to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Dave. So yeah, as you can see, this is amazing. So everything I just talked about, right? We have that extra time. Just like everyone's talking in the comments, we have extra time. We have from now all the way through, all of us that are active now, through the launch of this thing, we have that much time, plus 60 days beyond that to qualify for it. That's how much they love us, right? Anybody that comes in on the launch or later, they're only getting the 14 days. We all get extra time. So, but don't wait. Just go for it. Just go for it, because why not, right? Why not start making all this money just like I explained in the comp plan? It's awesome. So talking about that, we have somebody that I have been working with for probably about 12 years now. And oh my goodness, he is my mentor. If there's anything I've ever said that has resonated with you and helped you along your path, it probably came from him first and filtered down through me. I was doing this business for about 15 years before I met this gentleman, and I was not having any success. I was struggling like you would not believe. It was when I met this guy that I actually changed my life. He taught me things that helped me to make 6 figures. He helped me to quit my job. He helped me to be able to go travel the world and visit, awesome places and just be free and have, that extra income. It's when I truly became a professional is when I started working with Mr. Brian Robert. So Brian, please come on, give us your wisdom. Tell us how
Yes.
you are going to take this to the next level.
Hey, Jeremy, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate those words. The presentation, Dave, that you did. Real quick, my background, I've been 27 years now in the network marketing industry, and which is crazy because I didn't set out to be a professional networker. I was just some kid in high school. And like a lot of people, I joined a business. I was really young. I was around 15, and I joined Amway. And I remember my friend who brought me in. We were like, "Bro, we're gonna get rich quick." And 4 years later, at 19 years old, I'd made $1.27. Hadn't really had any type of success, and I was fortunate to find a mentor. At that age, he said, look, you have, timing is so important when it comes to these companies, and you've missed the timing on the business. And he says also, mentorship, who are you with, who's helping you? And I just didn't realize at the time, but I was setting myself up for failure in network marketing. And while I respect, that company, it just wasn't the right time. And then at 19, I was able to get a mentor, find a company at the right timing, and, ended up, by the time I was 22, being a millionaire in the industry. And I've been doing it ever since. So the only job I've ever had in my life was being a waiter at TGI Fridays and a busboy, and then I've been full-time network marketing ever since. You meet a lot of people whenever you do this business. When I say right, just like what Jeremy was saying, you don't put them all in yourself, but I've put in millions upon millions of people into various companies over the years. I've done billions of dollars in sales within my organization. And, every now and then you meet someone that exceeds all expectations. And I remember when I met Jeremy, and he'd been doing it for so long and hadn't had that success. And it just took kind of getting that timing. I mean, everything I just said, and the teaching, things that I was taught and I've learned, and I've watched Jeremy put 1 million people into the business since I met him. And we've traveled around, had so much fun, all different places, especially all down in Mexico, and eating street tacos late at night and doing meetings. One of the things that I learned from Jeremy was really focusing on the smallest common denominator. How can someone, like you said, that makes 300 or 400 or 500 a month at a full-time job be able to have success, especially when, some of these companies are, the money is not on the front end, it's on the back end, which, helps the main leaders. And I'll get to that point in a second. The owners of our network have been friends of mine for probably the same period of time. And the reason why I've come over here to consult and support the business, I've been watching it, since the beginning, kind of talking and helping out. But, a lot of people have a great idea. A lot of people start these companies and never really get to that next level. They never really make it. And I've watched this group as they've gotten better and made the adjustments and things that they need to do. brought on unbelievable talent. Trent, CEO, it's hard to be impressed when you meet so many people, right? Over all these years I've been doing this, all over the world. And, when I met Trent, I was blown away. The knowledge he has, the experience he has, who he is in life, and bringing on people like Dave Dove and John McKillop and Roger. And of course, I have probably the closest relationships with Richard and Troy. And, there has to be a lot of trust in this industry because there's so many companies and it's hard to know who's good and who's not. And the thing that I knew about this group was that, they're honest, they're ethical, they're not infallible, or, everybody makes mistakes in anything that you do, we all do, but the fact that they're able to pivot and the vision that they have is so big, and it's, really got me excited. Really briefly on the compensation plan, people have this wrong idea, and a lot of people know me as a builder, a lot of people know me as a consultant, but almost everybody knows that I write compensation plans for many of the biggest companies in the world, and I've done that for quite some time now. Compensation plan is not about how much it pays, it's about where it pays. I could create a compensation plan that had a 90% payout, 95% payout. But if I designed it to where the money is going towards the top, 0.01% of the distributors, the top 20 or 30 or 40 people, they'll make tons of money, and the bottom doesn't make anything. And so over the years, I've really, thought about that idea of where is the money paid and how do you get the money where it needs to be. What I love what they've put together is a plan that in my opinion is, it has a front, a middle, and a back end, for earning commissions, but it's heavier on the front end. And I said, I think this could be the compensation plan that's the easiest in terms of just numbers, like Jeremy was saying, for the average person to go out and make $500 to about $2,000 a month. That $1,000 a month income that he was talking about, the average company, if it's perfectly structured, you need 200 plus people to even get remotely close to that number, and some even higher than that. The way that it's designed, also this hybrid format that they put together, and I love hybrids. It's taking the enrollment tree, which means you can bring in as many as you want, but then it also has that matrix. And to be fair, it's not a forced matrix in the traditional sense. You actually, they have the ability to be able to place people where you want. And the biggest thing about it is, I don't care what company it is, if you have one runaway leg, somebody drops somebody in under you, or you put in one person who goes crazy and you have one giant leg, hey, it's like the story of everybody's life that's done network marketing for a while, and you're not going to make anything or get paid anything. And they've designed a plan where even if you have a runaway leg, as long as you have your 3, which means yours is, you're earning the commissions every single month, then you can get paid on that. I mean, you can have a huge business no matter how it's structured or how it's balanced. There's not all this balancing and everything else that you normally see in network marketing. And so it's exciting what they put together. What I really want to talk about is the Financial Academy. So for the past many years now, I've been involved in network marketing, and I've done everything, right? Every type of product or whatever. And there's unbelievable companies that have unbelievable products. So it's no negative on these companies. But when I got into the financial service industry, trading, Forex, crypto, binaries, sports trading, things like this, it really blew my mind and opened up a whole new idea of how to do network marketing for a few reasons. And first of all, the fastest growing companies in the world right now are some sort of company that has a financial component. And my previous company, which was a great company, a company I love, they're still there, they're still in business, and they're a great business. But what I saw as I built the business, and I was looking at the chats, and I see people we have all over the United States. We have people from all over the world. I saw Austria, Germany, India. I was in India 3 times last year. I do a lot of business there for a lot of years. I was in Germany probably more times than that, Austria also. And so it's exciting that this is a global business. And what I found universally in network marketing is that people join for one reason, and that reason is to make money. And I remember my mentor way early on, he says, Brian, nobody does network marketing for any reason but to make money. And I was like, well, Barry, I got lots of customers and they're not making money. He goes, son, listen to me. He goes, absolutely, customers come in for products. But if somebody is joining the business and they're, drawing circles and they're promoting it to their friends, they're doing it because they want to make money. They want to achieve their why, whatever that why is. And whether it's time freedom, whether, not to get into too much of a training here. So whenever I got into this financial services market, I realized it does a few things. First of all, you don't have to be an expert. We have experts that have track records. And however, at the same time, it's an educational platform. It's showing what it's doing. So you can take it as far as you want. You can become an expert yourself. And we have the path to be able to do that. But when you're talking to people, it changes the conversation. So when Jeremy and I got together, I was a master distributor for a great company and a product I still take called Rev Energy as a healthy energy drink. And amazing company, amazing product. You could give somebody one of these healthy energy drinks and now you got to hope maybe they'll take it, and I've had people say, oh, well, it made me fall asleep. Well, how do you really debate that? How do you tell them you're lying, or I know you didn't take it, or whatever. And you can put that with any type of product out there. What I saw about this is there's no debating it. So transparency was the very first thing. There's a lot of companies out there that have some sort of trading platform or something like that, and great companies, but the transparency is not always there. You see all the winning, trades or whatever, but you don't get to see the full picture. And when we put this together, as I said, I was master distributor of another company, and I saw the transparency wasn't there. And so we list every day our trades, the winners and the losers, and we do a recap. So when you talk to someone, there's no debate. They can't say, oh, well, it didn't work. It made me fall asleep. The weight loss pill didn't make me lose weight. And you don't know what's really going on. With this, you see what it is. It's the results. It's transparent. And so you know what success you've had. It also changed the way that I pitch network marketing. Before, you have to essentially convince someone to use whatever product or service that you have. And maybe there's competitors and things like that out there. This becomes a very simple conversation. If somebody asks me, or I ask them, what do you do? I say, I make money on my phone. Are you making money with your phone right now? Oh, well, no. Well, you got like 10 minutes, I'll show you how. It's just a very simple conversation. And the other thing in talking about making money is that the product can make you money, even if you can't get your mom to sign up, right? Even if you've hit her, you know, all your friends so many times that, you know, they don't want nothing to do with you. When it comes to networking, everything changes when you start to make money. And, you know, people always over the years, they say, oh, well, people ask me, are you making money yet? And I'm not making money, but I need them to join so I can make money. And, you know, that type of thing. This product makes you money. There are going to be people that are going to get on this and make you money. And then the second part of the conversation, whenever I talk to someone, is you make money on your phone. I show them what it is. And when they want to become involved, which they will, you say, hey, if this works for you, if you're having these results, would you tell people about it? Well, I can tell you, when you start to make successful trades, you're going to tell people. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't help yourself because of how exciting it is. And I say, okay, would you tell people? Well, yeah, if it was working, of course I would tell people. Well, that's great, because we actually have a referral program that if you refer people, you know, 3, then you're actually earning that money back every month. Oh, and by the way, anything that they do, anybody that they refer, you're getting paid on them too. It doesn't even come across like network marketing. So you have people, and the other thing that we have done for the platform, because a lot of our leaders were Brazilian and were from, you know, all through South America and Southeast Asia and India and places like this. We wanted to create a program where you don't have to put $5,000 in to get going. In fact, you know, you can start off, you know, using the house money, right? Just the play money to show the results. But you can come in with $100, and of course, past results don't dictate future results. But we have a track record, and I've watched people take in accounts from $100 to $1,000 or $2,000 in a month. I mean, it's phenomenal what we've put together, what's happened. We do live calls, Spanish, English, Portuguese. We have it coming out right as we speak in Hindi, in French. And it's, like I said, there's a lot of companies that are doing something similar, but what we've put together and what this company has allowed us to do is unlike anything that's out there. The results are staggering. And if you're not on this product, to me, if you're not leading with this, you're missing out, because you can take every single person that you bring in. And like I said, even if they can't build the business, you can get them making money and being profitable. And the second that starts to happen, all of a sudden it becomes very easy to build this business. It becomes very easy to talk to someone and to get them interested, to pique their interest. So, you know, I'm excited with what the company has. You know, as a consultant for them, I have kind of an inside look on what they're doing and where they're going. And this is not to take away from anything else that they have or anything else that they're doing. I just know the power of having this product, because now your product makes you money, and it allows you to go out and refer it to other people. So I'm excited to be part of it. I always try to do a little bit of training whenever I do a call. And one of the things that came to mind as we're putting this together, and, you know, I've got a chance to really get to know John McKillop, you know, bringing in someone like him into this business with the knowledge that he has and the experience and how he spearheads so many different things. And, you know, we've had talks about, you know, the past and history and you know, different companies we've seen come and go, and you know, why this business is so exciting. But a thought that I had is, we've all been places in life. Your past does not define your future. It doesn't matter what your past was. Every decision, we've made, in our whole life, good or bad, has led us to this point right now, sitting on a phone call. But if you're not where you want to be, I remember, Barry had told me this. He's like, Brian, if you're not where you want to be, it's your fault, because you made the decisions to get you to where you want to be. But the exciting part about that idea is that those same decisions, new decisions, can lead you to wherever you want to be. And looking at this from a network marketing standpoint, Jeremy's a great example. 15 years or so not having success, and now he's one of the premier networkers out there. It doesn't matter if you haven't had success in the past. It doesn't matter if you failed at other companies. It doesn't matter if you've joined this and just not done anything. It's very simple decisions that will lead you to another place. And I can tell you, the time to build network marketing is not when a company goes into momentum, because by the time that it's in momentum, you've already missed the boat. You want, when a company goes into momentum, you want to have a giant net to catch people, because your business will grow by very many multiples, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. Well, do you want to have one person and it grows 20 times, or do you want to have 100 or 1,000? And that's where this company is heading, based on all the things that have been done. But if you're not on RFA, you're absolutely missing out. You're missing out on a way for you to grow your money, to have the product making you money. And you're also missing out on the simplest way to talk to anybody that I've ever seen in networking, which is, hey, do you make money on your phone? No? Let me show you how. Oh, and if you like it, you can refer it to other people. It's as simple as that. Oh, does it work? Here's my results. There's no way to fake it, and there's no way to argue with it. So it just changes the whole conversation. And anyway, with that, I'll close up, and I guess, John, am I throwing back to you?
Actually, no, we're going to give it to Laura.
Oh, okay. Yes. Laura, she's absolutely dynamic. We were able to do some calls with some of her teams. She builds all over the world. And anyway, so Laura, go ahead.
Thank you. So I just want to add my 2 cents. I won't take very long because I know your time is really valuable. But I just really wanted to come on today and just give a little bit of insight as to where our network is going as a leader, and just being a charter member, just like everyone else. We all want to see success. We all want to see growth. And so I went into corporate offices yesterday and had a sit-down meeting. And we actually just went in just to get a little bit of a training on RBUX, to really be able to explain how RBUX works to our teams. And I'm just going to, without sounding too cliche, I said this earlier in our council meeting, my mind was just completely blown. Literally. I mean, the RBUX will be, I believe, the center of our network, and will add true value to everything that we do. While I was there in the office, we talked a little bit about just the, how we're all waiting for the website. And I just wanted to just touch base a little bit on that, because, we've heard Trent talk about the UI experience, or the user interface and the user experience. And let me just say that the vision of this, and we talk a lot about Amazon and all of that, if you, just can imagine going to your back office, but before you get to your back office, you're actually seeing our e-commerce site. And then you can go into your back office. And as we've heard, our executives talk about the many different products. Oh my goodness, the part that really got me excited is the fact that there's just going to be so many products. And if you can imagine all of those products paying up the TBS, and us truly being able to see the stacking of commissions happening. It is, I believe it will truly overwhelm us and excite us and help us all to realize that we really are in the right place at the right time. And then when you start, when you add on the top of that, all of the fans that will be benefiting from this e-commerce site. Not just that, but just to be able to realize that our bucks will help every person in this world that wants to take part in savings. And I really can't go too much further into this because it's just truly just exciting, and it is. But and I wish that I could, but I can't. But I also just want to talk about also the fact that just this week, all the things that corporate is doing that we're starting to see in our back offices, all these little things that just keep getting added. This week, I saw payouts from mortgages, autos, cell phones, the global mall. And that just goes to show you that the stacking of commissions are taking place. Corporate cares about us. They want for every single one of us to be successful. And they will, and that's proof of it just within the compensation plan when Jeremy was talking about the grandfathering in. They really want to show us that they care about us with everything that we've been through, with being with corporate for, from the very beginning. They want for us all to be successful. And just being there in that office yesterday, I just cannot even express enough my gratitude to the executives that are putting this all together and the teams that they have behind them that are building this all out. And so with that, I'll just turn it back over to John. Thank you.
Hey, Laura, thank you so much for the words and Jeremy, wow. I mean, you nailed it. Yeah, Dave, you picked the good straw again. So congratulations on that one. Brian, I can listen to you talk for hours. It's like that old E.F. Hutton commercial, when they're talking, you can hear a pin drop, and you've got so many great experiences to share. And I know people really appreciate that and the value that you bring to the table on so many different levels. And Laura, thanks for sharing your excitement here. And we've got John Stahl coming up in just a moment. I've got a couple of things that I do want to share. I want to be able to pull things into some proper perspective for you. And I just want to make sure people understand this direction, because as you heard from Laura, you heard from Brian and other people. I can share with you, this company absolutely firmly has both hands on the wheel, and we understand the direction that we're going. And this is all led by Trent Walker, who's our CEO. Everybody is on board. We've got a cadence that we're following. We're moving in a proper direction. And as I've been sharing since probably about 60 or 90 days ago, as we get into the fourth quarter here, I firmly believe that, certainly in the next 45 days or so, none of you will recognize this company. This is being absolutely reshaped, remolded, refocused, and the introductions of the e-commerce site that we're going to talk about in a moment. There's a travel platform comes out, that travel club. We've got these enhancements to the compensation plan, the EBS, which is very, very exciting. And it puts us in a tremendous position to show people how you can go make, $1,000 or $2,000 a month. I can show you how to go be making $10,000 a month after 60 days if you want. We've got that kind of firepower now into the plan, but like most other companies, you typically have to, put in, people are buying $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000, and we're not like that. The most you can start our company with is $200. That's the most you can start. And to conceive about a way how people can earn that kind of income that we've talked about with such a little amount of money, being able to be, people to come in and choose to be active at different varying degrees is very, very exciting. But I do want to talk about a couple of different things, and not in any kind of a particular order. Then I want to hand it back over to John. When we're talking about the travel club, what we've said, I just want to make sure that everybody firmly understands this. When we launch that, when this goes live, that becomes part of the charter member pack. So now you've got TV.fit, you've got the travel platform that's in there, that's for the $50, and the other items that are associated with that. That travel platform with the TV.fit, that thing just blows out more than $50 a month in savings. There are people out there, and some of you that were on a prior call, there's people that are paying for being part of a travel club that is nowhere near, and I've got 10, 12 years of travel global experience in my background. So I'm saying this because I really feel like I know what I'm talking about here. There are people that are paying $1,000, $3,500, over $10,000 a year, up front, and paying hundreds of dollars a month just to have access to a travel platform that isn't anywhere near what ours is, and it does not include anything like our bucks, right? And we have this travel platform. You've seen just a piece of it that we're launching out there. We're giving it part of the $50 charter member pack. This thing throws off value. It screams value. And here's the great news, because that $50 charter pack is used all over the globe. So for those of you that are not just in the United States, but other parts of the globe, guess what? That thing just rings more than $50 in value. You now have a product that rings value that you can go use, that you can go march with, that you can be excited about and you can be proud about. And that goes directly into that charter member pack. As you look, I want to talk about the e-commerce site just for a moment, because there are some pieces that I want to be able to fill in for you to give you a better understanding of the direction and what really makes this so very powerful and, quite frankly, so different than any other direct sales company out there doing business today. I really feel like we have blue ocean in front of us. That means nobody else is out there doing what we're doing. And when we talk about our company today and the level of which, you know, as we talk to individuals, you know, we're talking about, you know, what is that pitch and what is that statement that we want to be able to go make. We're going to be able to come back to you in the next week or so with an elevator pitch. Here's this 30-second elevator pitch that you all can then now use as we format and put this company together, and we're going to have it out to you, and our goal is to have it out to you next week. We've also got a napkin presentation. Here's what I mean about a napkin presentation. John, tell me really quick, how does your business work? You know, how do I make money? I'm glad you asked. Where you can literally pull out a napkin, and in about 2 or 3 minutes, you can sketch something down. This is our company. This is how it works. This is how you make money. And you can hand them that napkin. It's a napkin presentation. They can take that, and now they can go do it for someone else right around the corner, literally that same day. We're in the final stages of having a napkin presentation that we think is just going to be crazy great, crazy cool, and that you're going to be able to have, and we're going to go share that with you as well. We know it's going to propel your business in a lot of different ways. But when we talk about our company and kind of going forward, you know, we're using the term connecting. We're connecting people to a global referral community and marketplace that provides balance and an ultimate lifestyle for all those who wish to participate. Now let me talk, and we're going to come out with more of those pieces of information, part of our elevator pitch. But when we talk about the e-commerce site, there's some things that really separate us. One of the things that I love about what, you know, Trent, and I say Trent, I'm saying Trent, I'm saying Roger, I'm saying, you know, all of the founders, everybody in the company, as we're talking about the e-commerce site, is that, you know, when you look at other direct sales companies out there, they take a product and they do a 6 times and 8 times and 10 times markup. They've got to cover the cost of the plan, you know, in the compensation, and they have to mark it up, and then they have to be able to validate it. Well, ours is different. We've got this doctor over here that talks about why it's different and what it does, and you know, we've all heard the stories of, you know, but our mushrooms are picked on the dark side of the mountain during the leap year only, on the final day when there's a full moon, and you know, all these different things that come into play because they have to find a way to be able to validate the price of that product. Here's what we're doing. We've got this e-commerce platform that you are going to go see. It's in the final stages. Laura talked about pieces of it. This thing is really cool. And as I say this, we're a whole different breed of cat now coming out of the gate in the next 45 days or so with a lot of these announcements and things that are coming into play. And what we have is that we have literally our product team today, they're vetting thousands of different products right now. And there's ways in which we are able to aggregate many vendors, not just in the States or not just in Europe, but literally from all over the globe. We'll talk about the importance of that in a moment also. But they're aggregating onto the site as well. And guess what? They're competing for your business with price and about convenience. These are products that we're going to be selling into all of our customers, all of our fans, and all of our charter members, but doesn't have the traditional 6 and 8 and 10 times markups that are out there. And these companies that we've chosen that are there on the site around the globe, they're competing to you for their business through price. We don't have those big markups that are out there that are associated traditionally with the industry. So what we do is that we incentivize your fans and incentivize you to go to that e-commerce site, to buy from it, whether it's money back and other ways in which we incentivize to continue to bring people back to that site. And then when these individuals purchase off of that site, your fans and yourselves, we take a piece of that, we take a piece of those sales and we go pay it back through the TBS. So when Jeremy was talking about stacking, was talking about, hey, each charter member could be worth $6, $8, $9, $10 a month or more each month because of the stacking and the volume from the fans, you're paid weekly on your TBS. And on top of that, and so that's enough for most companies just to do that. See, but we didn't stop there because you heard Jeremy talking about the EBS, talking about the personal enrollment bonus, talking about your team building bonus where you're able to earn additional income, that $25 on your second and third level of Power3 elites, right? Then there's a leadership bonus that's associated with that on a generational pay and a global bonus pool. That's all more money that's paid out on top of just the TBS. It's like you're getting the more than double of what any other company gets out there as part of its compensation plans. We've got it all rolled into one. And we've got this tremendous hook where we're incentivizing people to come back and be able to purchase off of that e-commerce site. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to be a company that is pushing information out. We want people to be able to come to us. And when we look at our lives today, I'm going to touch on this just for a quick moment, and then we've got a lot more to go share. But we're going to go focus on 4 specific cores of our life. You're going to see many, many different kinds of products and services sold on the e-commerce side all over the globe, but you're going to see us go focus on health and wellness. And when we say health and wellness, I'm not talking about a multivitamin. Yeah, it can include nutrition, but it's about physical, it's about mental, it's about emotional, it's about social. We're talking about your financial well-being, whether it's budgeting and spending or emergency funds or financial counseling or insurance and benefits or investment strategies. RFA is a great example of that. We're going to go focus on personal development, where life skills and professional skills, leisure and fun, relationships, right? Legal services. And if you think for a moment, just those 3 areas that I talked about, health and wellness, financial wellness, or personal development, if you imagine a 3-legged stool, and each one of those legs is shorter or doesn't exist, that stool is going to what? It's going to fall over, right? That stool is going to fall over. And I'm sure you'd agree, if there's something in your life that's out of kilter, whether it's your health and wellness, you're in a hospital or you're sick or something's happened, right? Or in your financial well-being where you don't have any money put away for an emergency, or you don't have the proper insurance, or are you really investing your money wisely? Or your personal development, what's your outlook on your day, on your life, on your week, right? Are you taking time for yourself to invest in yourself from leisure and fun? Or what about your relationships? We're going to help you focus on those areas. And it's not us at rNetwork. We've got some leaders, some people around the globe. We've got people in the health and wellness community that are known in the United States, or that are known in Europe, or that are known in Asia, right? Or they're known all over the globe. And they've got tremendous products. Some of these products are coming on board into our company. Some of those products will be exclusive to our network. And then you've got these individuals who are known, who are well known in specific areas. They're pushing out information on a blog. There's going to be articles about the products and the ingredients and what they do. We're going to be running webinars with these individuals, homeopaths and allopathic doctors and many other, just from the health and wellness, looking at that just for a moment. We're a site that people can come to get their questions answered on health and wellness and financial services and financial well-being and personal development, right? But we're not stopping there, because we've got the business development. That fourth core is showing you how to be an entrepreneur, how to go build your business, how to be successful. And then you go to the e-commerce site, and here's this plethora of, thousands and thousands of many products and services that you can go choose from that don't have that 6 and 8 and 10 times markup, where they're competing for you through price and convenience and value. You see what we're bringing to the table here. And here's one more really cool thing. Much of my life in the last 12 years, I've probably been out of the US more than I have in the United States, building, growing, and developing, working with companies and building my own distributorships around the globe. When a company wants to go launch into a new country, what are the products that we want to then go launch with? We have to, bring them in. We have to get them licensed and registered. We have to find a company that can manufacture there for us, or we're going to take this company in, or we're going to go white label. By the way, we're going to be agnostic. We're not going to have any rNetwork labeled products. We're going to lean on the quality and the knowledge of people that are well known all over the globe, and lean on them and their expertise and their data that you can find, that we're going to bring out for you, that's available on the web, that talks about the efficacy and the quality of those kinds of products and services, right? But so other companies have this chore when they go international. When we're getting ready to, I'm just going to use an example. Don't take anything from this, right? Say, for example, we're getting ready to go lock and load on Malaysia and Singapore, just as an example, right? We've got all these companies that are coming to us that we're loading on board, that already have products and services available that are either manufactured there or in that region or already shipped there. We can launch there with this e-commerce platform with many products and services already ready to go in that particular country. We just have to go get licensed and or registered in that country, and then we're ready to go. We're ready to go lock and load. Do you see how quickly and how mobile we're going to be as we grow, build, and develop this company across the globe, as we co-create this? There are people that are on this call today that are part of our leadership council. And I'll tell you, I've been in this industry since 1987. So I just gave away my age right now, right? I just gave away my age. And yeah, we used to draw circles on pieces of paper, and we had the phones the size of bricks when I first started this industry, and well before many of you were born, back in the caveman days. And we've moved it, and we've pushed it along. We've got a lot of key learnings to share, and we're excited to share back and forth with each one of you, right? But there's so many exciting things that we're going to be entering into in the company. There are people that talk about, somebody just asked me a question on the Q&A. So do I have to do 175 in volume myself to be active, as an elite member as a P3 elite? The answer is no. That's 175 of qualifying volume. That's volume between all your fans and you. So when your fans go onto the e-commerce site, say for example, they purchase 80 in volume, or they purchase 400 in volume, a total accumulation of all your fans. Well, your qualifying volume is the fan volume for you, plus your personal volume. You add those two together, and it's called qualifying volume. You need 175 QV to be active at that level on the elite status. Your fans just made you active. Congratulations. Your fans' volume counts for you to make you active moving forward. If you go create a fan base and they're purchasing products and service on the e-commerce site, congratulate. That's awesome, awesome news. There's no personal purchase that you have that you need to go do if you want to be active. you can still purchase. Many people will because of the kinds of the quality and the value of the products themselves. There are so many other things that we're going to have, and I love what Dave said, where there's other options. When we launch the plan, and you heard Brian, and I'll tell you what, Financial Academy is screaming. They do a weekly training. They have a private Facebook site that drive people to it. If you don't understand Financial Academy, there's videos that explain it and it show you how to go use it, the value proposition behind it, the success that people are having. Step into it, you stick your toe in, and then put 2 toes in, and then maybe eventually your ankle. And maybe you never get past that, right? Or you want to do more, you want to do more, you want to do more. But when we go launch this new plan, the EBS out here, we've got other options. There are health and wellness and some other areas that you can pick and choose to get the volume that you need. We get this thing. We are so dialed in. We're focused. We're directed. We know how we want to be able to go do it. We bounce these things off of our leadership council. And I'm telling you, I'm so grateful for that group. They're very direct. They're very succinct. They speak their mind. And we get off these calls, and guess what? We high five, but there's some heated conversations, and that's what you want. But I'm telling you, there is, maybe 100 years of experience there in the direct sales arena. And we're going to be smart, and we're going to go listen to these leaders as we go and co-create this company. So as I talk about co-creating, I've got to be able to talk about Richard Smith, one of the 5 founders in the company, who's really left a legacy in the industry. He's built organizations of over 1 million people before, and this guy's been highly successful for many, many years. Richard, let me hand it off to you for a moment, then we're going to go give it to Mr. Stahl to share some final notes. But Richard, when people talk about you, they talk about heartbeat, they talk about vision and passion and your soul into the company. You make this company sticky. You bring so many wonderful things. You make it warm and fuzzy. You lead with your heart. That's one of your strengths. And I'm just going to hand it off to you, Richard. Go for it, bud.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure to be on this. I'm going to boil it right down to 3 real guiding principles. Now, you're not going to hear a lot about these guiding principles, but they're mine. But they're what drives our network. First of all, this is our network, and that's why it's named this way. And you need to know that. Principle number 1, find out where the world's going and get there first. I think what you've heard on this call lets you know that this is something completely different. Number 2, make more money than you spend. Folks, it's very important for me to let you know that everything we do here, from our bucks to sign up free and get a bonus that equals your monthly package, is staggering and cool. The fact that you can buy RFA, participate for $175 a month, have 3 people enrolled at the same time, you make more money than you spend, plus you get the $175 worth of our bucks. Who does that? I've had that said to me over and over again. Well, our network does that. And health and wellness is all about having yourself feel good about yourself. And most of us in this industry, we work hard and we don't play as hard as we need to. And our buck's tied to the travel club. Our travel club says what we feel about you. We want to give you a piggy bank full of our bucks so that you can travel at the nicest places for a reasonable price because you're using your R bucks. Last but not least, and this is the one thing I want to get very impressed upon all of you. When you sign anybody up, they're your business partner. That charter member that you just signed up, your work's not done. That wasn't one-time sale. That's what you do with your fans. When you invite somebody to be your business partner as a charter member, that's when you lose your life for the betterment of others and help them get their be cash flow positive as well, and help them get their 3 partners and teach them the same thing you did and duplicate this system and watch your teams grow and explode as you build out your organization by 3s. And eventually you're going to want to tap into the stock and do all those type of things, but start with 3. Lose your life in the betterment of others. And anybody in your organization that wants to be a Power 3, that Power 3 rank is the building block of this company. Now it's my great honor to turn the time and let him close. John Stahl is a true Marine, and he's truly passionate at what he does. I can't say enough about this man. I'm more than thrilled to turn it over to John Stahl to close this call up. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Richard. And let me tell you something, back at you. You are the main reason why I am in the rNetwork. And, you know, I'm just so thankful and so blessed to be on the panel with all of these incredible leaders, which I basically call our champions, right? And along with everybody else that's on this panel. What's so cool about the rNetwork, which has been absolutely demonstrated, right, today, what a great day, by the way, is that with the rNetwork, you're truly not, you know, in business for yourself, but you're certainly not in business by yourself. And let me tell you something, just quick background. With 30 plus years in corporate America, probably at the highest level of achievement in sales globally, I have never ever seen a company like we have been blessed with the rNetwork. I mean, we're truly a company that is ahead of the world, you know, finding out where the world is going and getting there first. And I love this, right? And this is just the first inning, going back to the baseball terms. But I can tell you this. I know I've been to an incredible meeting when I have taken some incredible, what I call nuggets. And this is what I'm going to net out, right? So what an incredible compensation plan we have, and kudos to Jeremy, because there isn't anybody better that can really demonstrate the enthusiasm and the feeling of this unique, one-of-a-kind compensation plan. And so one of the things that I've taken away from, and then I'm going to come in with some marching orders, and that's how I'm going to actually close out this call. But here's the thing, 14-day boost now on your power up. Not 7 days, but now 14 days, right? As Edward Gary always says, who does that? The rNetwork does, right? And then to be able to all of a sudden be able to be grandfathered, you know, for 60 days, once we turn on the switch on this elite bonus structure, that's crazy, okay? Because with that elite bonus structure, now you have a blueprint to get you to wherever you want to be monetarily. And as Jeremy said, you know what? It's all math. It's all numbers, and numbers don't lie. All they do is confirm and reaffirm what it is that you want to earn. And I love what Brian said, right? What an incredible industry legend we have with this on this unbelievable journey, and what he and Chris have been able to bring to us in the RFA, right? The Financial Academy. But I love what Brian said, and this is a nugget, right? Is that we're in the referral program. That's our business. We're in the referral business where all we're doing is what? Sharing an incredible experience that I'm jealous, Laura, that you had a chance to take a look at over at corporate. But thank God for our travel club, because now I'm going to be able to get some great accommodations, you know, to get back to home office in Salt Lake City, Provo, Utah, that I love so much. And then in closing, we got the R Travel Club. We got the R Burks. This is a Bucks. We have, you know, this is a company that truly has a heart, you know, where you can actually just be becoming active. New and also established charter members, where now you're going to get 500 R Bucks. And let me tell you something, those R Bucks are not to be taken for granted. That is a historic game changer for your company, the rNetwork, which is what? Creating the ultimate lifestyle is going to allow you to not only have a life, right, John, but to own your life. And there's a significant difference where you can basically dream once again, build it and dream as big as you want. And guess what? We have the formula. We have the world-class leadership. What gets you there and beyond? And our timing couldn't be any better, because guess what? October, November, and December, that is one of the hottest seasons, right, Brian, in our industry. This is where we're at with the right company. And so what I'm going to basically do, and this is just what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take immediate action. Immediate action. I know what we have, and I'm going to go ahead and start sharing. Remember, we don't sell anything here at the rNetwork. What we do is we share an incredible life-changing experience globally. I love what somebody had said. I recruit locally, and then I expand my network globally. There's so much emphasis in that, and so I'm just going to call as many people as I can, because guess what? The clock is ticking, and when that switch comes in with that elite bonus structure, imagine the check that you're going to be able to cash and have the most historic Christmas for yourself and your family and your loved ones. That is so exciting. So in closing, you're right. I love what Brian said. He said your past does not dictate your future. You have an opportunity right now to build the biggest dream board, dream and hope, believe again, and have so much fun, as Eddie always talks about, keeping things fun, simple, and fast, the rNetwork way. So what I highly recommend, take immediate action. I am so excited. I'm so blessed to be on this incredible team, and just do it. And we shall see you at the top. Continued success. We'll talk real soon. Back to you, Johnny.
Hey, John Stahl, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And, you know, hey, everybody, we went a little bit over, but I mean, I'm looking off to the side here and seeing the chats, and, you know, best call ever, great information, love the clarity, the inputs that everybody had. I think the call came out really well. We've got some more announcements to make between now and when these go live, so stay tuned for that. We're making these insertions into the business presentations in the back office that we're going to begin to use live going out there into the field itself, talking about travel, talking about RBucks, talking about the EBS component of the P3 compensation plan. And I'm telling you, we're going to get people excited. We're going to get people lit up. We're going to have fun. We're going to be making money. We're going to be loose. It's going to have a really great time. And like I said, you're not going to recognize this company, you know, over the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. And I believe, and I've said this before and you've heard me, I believe coming into the new year in January that all eyes will be on us, that we are that something new, something different, that new darling of the industry. Every year or two, there's a company that comes into being that takes the industry by storm. And I firmly believe that we are that company. We're heading in the right direction. Keep the faith, stay locked in, talk about what's happening and about what's going on. And you know what? I love what Brian said. You want to go into momentum with one person, or you want to go into momentum with 100 people or more? It's certainly with 100 people or more. Right place, right time. Keep your head down. Keep moving forward. Stay focused. Stay excited. More to come, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful day. We'll get a PDF out about all the stuff talked about the compensation plan early next week. We'll send that out in the email to everybody. Between Dave and myself and Richard, we'll make sure that gets done out of marketing and gets sent out. And looking forward to seeing and everybody, you know, going forward. A lot of information to come, a lot more calls, and we'll see you on some presentations coming up. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're like me, there's still a lot of work to do. So my head's down here at my desk the rest of the day for sure. Everybody take care, and thank you again for your time today. Enjoy the day. Appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.